Hello, this is my ninth and final blog post for ED 455. Um, Today we talked about Harlem Children's Zone and more importantly Geoffrey Canada. The reason I say more importantly is because Harlem Children's Zone could not exist without the inspiration and motivation of Geoffrey Canada. His incredible leadership and determination to focus on low SES and minority students in Harlem is unparalleled in the United States, which is kind of a pro and con. I'll go into that in a second. Harlem Children's Zone was first set up because there was such a discrepancy in education between lower 96th Street in New York City and then above 96th Street. And they thought that because low SES and minority students weren't getting that education, Geoffrey Canada took it upon himself in the early 1990s to promote Harlem Children's Zone, and it's blossomed into an excellent program, even though New York City Education Department has graded it a B and a C in the last 3 years, between a B and a C in the last 3 years. But in terms of getting their students up to grade proficiency or above grade proficiency, it is an excellent example and should try to be replicated. Now, focusing on the pro and con of Geoffrey Canada, this insightful leadership is unparalleled, and I want to say that because Geoffrey Canada is an amazing character and has funded Harlem Children's Zone in an incredible way. And the fact of the matter is, it's not unmatched. It can't be matched any other place in the United States. And what's sad about that is that I know this, but the problem is the President of the United States doesn't know this, and President Obama is trying to replicate these Harlem Children's Zones in 20 other cities across the United States with $210 million. Now, unfortunately, with $210 million divided over 20 cities, you have about 10 and a half, $11 million per investment. And the problem with that is that's actually less money than that Harlem Children's Zone started with in the beginning. Another aspect of the Harlem Children's Zone that is so unique is that it has engineered programs for the community that the community actually needed. One of the most impressive is the asthma. It's a program focusing on asthma, since 30% or 35% of the people in Harlem have asthma because of low-income housing. They've really tried to promote health surveys, promote health awareness about asthma, and really try to get the community involved in ending asthma as a big problem in Harlem. Also, another thing that's excellent and demonstrated in Harlem Children's Zone is a pipeline system. Once you're in Harlem Children's Zone, you are not allowed to leave, or you're not eligible to leave, which is not similar to what we saw in American Promise in the Dalton film, where if you're accepted into Dalton, in specific grades you get tested, and if you do not pass, for instance in 8th grade, if you do not pass, you will not continue on adult in high school. However, you will continue with Promise Academies, which is the major pipeline school for Harlem Children's Zone. So creating this pipeline agenda is actually something that we found to be the most beneficial and the thing that can be most replicated across the United States, in that they create school clusters, in the sense where you have an elementary school or a pre-K, even a pre-K school lead into an elementary school, lead into a middle school, and then finally lead into a high school. And this kind of will promote a pipeline education, meaning that students will understand that and have interactions with people in middle school of the same environment, so that rules and regulations don't switch depending on the school. Also, this is an excellent idea to promote modeling. You can have students in elementary and in high school communicate with each other, or middle school and high school communicate with each other, and kind of model best practices, best behavior, best learning skills, all these things that could actually benefit younger students when they get up to those ages. This school, Harlem Children's Zone, is phenomenal in the kindergarten and 3rd grade, because they are 100%, their students are 100%, this is what they say, 100% grade or above grade level proficiency. So Geoffrey Canada has done an excellent job in manufacturing an educational system based on the community, with a ton of money because of the outstanding achievements that these kids have made. Excuse me. Within the Harlem Children's Zone, and so he's able to fund this over and over again. However, as I've said, the more particular it is, the harder it is to replicate and scale up. So the biggest disadvantage of seeing a Harlan Children's Zone is that you can't just take that and place it onto something else. Thank you very much.